वन्दे देवमुमापतिं सुरगुरुं वन्दे जगत्कारणं वन्दे पन्नगभूषणं मृगमदं वन्दे पशूनां पतिं वन्दे सूर्यशशाङ्कवह्निनयनं वन्दे मुकुन्दप्रियं वन्दे भक्तजनाश्रयं च वरदं वन्दे शिवं शङ्करं वन्दे भक्तजनाश्रयं च वरदं वन्दे शिवं शङ्करम्. We begin the chant of Lingashtakam. I shall chant and you will repeat. Brahma Murari Surarchitalingam Nirmalabhasita Shobhitalingam Brahma Murari Surarchitalingam Nirmalabhasita Shobhitalingam Janmaja Dukha Vinashakalingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shivalingam Janmaja Dukha Vinashakalingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shivalingam Brahma Murari Surarchitalingam Nirmalabhasita Shobhitalingam Janmaja Dukha Vinashakalingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shivalingam Brahma Murari Surarchitalingam Nirmalabhasita Shobhitalingam Janmaja Dukha Vinashakalingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shivalingam. The opening verse of Lingashtakam, we see the last pada that I explained the last class. Tat Sadashivam Pranamami. I offer my namaha, my namaskara to the Lord as in the form of this lingam, who is none other than Sadashivaha. He is Sada, ever, always, eternally, the bestower of blessing, of auspiciousness. And so unto that Lord who is the auspicious one, the bestower of auspiciousness, represented, symbolized by this lingam, the form, the cosmic form called the lingam, unto that Lord my surrender, namaha. And so here, if you are a good meditator, a good yogi, then you're welcome to visualize the very cosmos as a lingam, as I have explained to you. And its earth as the pitham, the base of the lingam. Or you can create an altar in your own home, where you light a lamp and do a offering, a Panchopachara puja, and at the end of the puja, you go into pure mantra chant and then move into your silent meditative space. This could be your daily ritual or daily engaging with the divine. There is a beauty, there is a grace, there is a rhythm, and there is a process. There is a platform wherein you can express your emotions of a devotee. Or one can just close one's eyes, visualize the divine as a cosmic being, the cosmic lingam, and then contemplate upon it. And so here, after stating that Pranamami Sadashiva Lingam, what kind of lingam? A lingam which is Brahma Murari Suraihi Architam Lingam. Brahma cha Murari cha Suras cha Brahma Murari Suraha Brahma Murari Suraihi Architam Tat Lingam Architam cha Tat Lingam cha. I'm moving into Sanskritam. Basically what he's saying is a lingam which is worshipped, architam, where, remember when I had mentioned a while ago about the 9 forms of bhakti sadhana. In these 9 forms of bhakti sadhana is sadhana. Oh, no, he is recording. You can confirm. And so the bhakti sadhana, there are 9 forms of bhakti sadhana that was said before. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Chaiva, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, Atmanivedanam. These are the 9 forms of worship in which Archana was one. Archana was offering flowers to the divine as your symbol of your own salutation. And how do you do that? By glorifying the Lord in different names, in 108 different names. And so this ritual, this expression is called Archana. And here it is said, Archana to this lingam is being performed. This form of expressing reverence to the cosmic being is done by who? By Lord Brahma himself, by the very creator of the universe, by Lord Vishnu. Murari refers to Lord Vishnu. And why Murari? Murari is another name of Lord Vishnu. Murasya asurasya arihi iti murarihi. So he, Lord Vishnu, was the one who vanquished the enemy whose name was Muraha. So it is referring to Lord Vishnu. And so Lord Brahma, Lord Vishnu and Suraha and so many celestial beings, higher powers, all of them revere, acknowledge the cosmic being as Shiva. Brahma Murari Suraihi Architam. So all of them offer themselves. how do these higher entities offer themselves to Lord Shiva? Well, let's not look at this from our own little limited human mind. Let us see it in terms of the laws of the universe. The whole universe operates by the omniscience of the cosmic being. And therefore there is a order, there is a moral order, there is a physiological order, there is a geological order in the creation, there is an astronomical order, there is an astrological order, there is order, there is an intelligence behind the way the universe operates. And that every phenomenon is attuned to that cosmic intelligence. Means what? That each deity, each higher power is in alignment with the cosmic power. This is called surrender. This is called offering. This is called accepting the order of the higher power. To run any machinery properly, each part needs to align to the highest power, is it not? The main generator of the system. In our own little system, each limb cannot have its own process of thinking. The thinking has to be done only by the brain. There is a head of this system called the brain, no? There is a head of every family. The one who thinks about operating the system, the family, the institution of a family. Every organization has the head. He is the brain of that system called that organization. And so we need to align to that head always. If there is a PM of a country, a prime minister, then every part, every limb of that nation has to align. Has to align. Align to that head. And this way we need to understand what all these celestial higher powers are aligned to the cosmic being. And that is expressed by this reverential alignment called Archana. It's very, very beautiful concept. And therefore, Brahma Murari Surarchita Lingam. And what is, to which lingam are they aligned? Nirmala Bhasita Shobhita Lingam. That lingam which is nirmala, which is pure, unsullied. Nothing pollutes that lingam. What can pollute light? Tell me. What can pollute space? Can air pollute space? Air cannot pollute space. Space is subtler than air. Air can only pollute the atmosphere. It cannot pollute the space. The subtler something is, the grosser cannot penetrate. So too the subtlest being, the cosmic being, the cosmic intelligence, this what we call the infinite light, the Param Jyoti, Parashakti. This Param Jyoti, the absolute infinite light, is Nirmalam. This lingam is Nirmala Bhasita. It is Nirmala and it is ever shining. It is of the form of effulgence. Another beautiful English word, it is in the form of effulgence. It is not in the form of darkness. It is in the form of effulgence. And Shobhita Lingam. It is an effulgence which is embellished. How can effulgence be embellished? Shobhita. How is it embellished? The entire world of names and forms is nothing but an embellishment of light. Is it not? The stars, the moon, the sun, the comets, the meteors, the lightning, the earth, the fire, everything is like, when you wear all these ornaments on you, it's not that you wear ornaments to become beautiful. You are beautiful. Your soul is beautiful. Your attitudes are beautiful. What comes through from a pure person is nothing but beauty. It is simplicity and alignment with the total. And so, on top of that, when you wear those ornaments, what does it do to you? It only embellishes your nature, your form. It cannot bring beauty to an ugly being. It can only embellish the beauty that you are. And so that's called Shobhitam Lingam, embellished Lingam. If it is a cosmic, you're contemplating on the cosmic form as a lingam, then all the luminaries are the embellishment. If you are looking at an altar where there is a form of a Shivalinga before you, then we embellish that form, don't we? We put chandanam, we put kumkumam, we even put a crown, we put the pattai, we put so many little ornaments, and they become a embellishment of that lingam through our devotion. Then he says, Janmaja Dukkha Vinashaka Lingam. And this is very important. And what is important here? Janmaja Dukkha. So, Janmanaha Jatam. That which is born with your birth. What is born with your birth? Dukkham, sorrow. Sorrow, sadness, pain is born with birth, is it not? The very birthing process itself is a pain for your mother and for you. And once you come out, what is your first introduction, self-introduction into the world? Wah, wah. A sharp cry. And when you cry, the world laughs, is it not? Because they are so happy that you're crying. What a sad state of welcome it is. But this dukkham, my point is, from the beginning, there is nothing but dukkham. When you have a simple thing called hunger. But to fulfill that hunger, what do you have to do? Cry again. To inform your caretakers that you are hungry. Cry. That's the only language you know. Cry. You're thirsty, you cry. You want a diaper change, you cry. What else do we know except to cry? That's our introduction. And our caretakers get confused. Bhagavan doesn't get confused. The divine doesn't get confused. Our mothers get confused. Oh, this cry, is it for a diaper change or for hunger or for thirst? It'll take her a while to understand which cry is for what. Is it not? But what's your language? How do you get even your basic needs fulfilled? Cry. Cry in the experience of the pain. This is called human birth. And you think dying is a easy process for so many people? Lucky are those who simply live like that in a jiffy. Lucky they are. We feel left behind, that's our problem. But they are the luckiest souls because they don't have to suffer, no? We say, my father did not suffer in the end. Well, pain is the journey of life. If you think life can be lived without pain, then we have not understood what is life. The experience of pain is nothing but a manifestation of our own consequences of our own karma. It is not that God is sadistic and He gives us pain, He just keeps dropping pain onto human beings. No, not at all. It is our doing. You may argue, I didn't do anything, I am just born, what did I do? Well, you didn't do anything now, but your very birth is a consequence, is an outcome of what you did before. And as a soul traveling through numerous births, you hold your own bank account, your own fixed deposit of many karmas, of which only some get fructified and manifest into this birth and your journey into adulthood, old age and death. And therefore, Janmaja Dukkhad. So, Dukkham is this, the very growth process, even your physical growth process. So, Jayate, Asti, you are born, you exist. Vardate, you grow. Viparinamate, you modify. We keep modifying and modifying and modifying until we become adult. And then we are supposed to remain. But we grow sideways because growing upward is stopped. So we grow sideways. And then suddenly we realize we've grown too much sideways. We can't go out the door of the house. Then we start shrinking. And this growing and shrinking, this is called modification. So, jayate, asti, vardate, viparinamate. Then what? Then we decline. And finally, we drop the body. The sixth process of modifications from birth to death via our psycho complex, our biological complex, physiological, biological body undergoes this sixfold modifications, and this is the journey of life. Any life. And here it has dukkham in it. Why? Because it is part of growth process, is learning to build up your threshold for dukkham, pain. Adulthood, you are a human adult if you have learned that to build your threshold, your capacity of forbearance of pain. Where there is a strong capacity to forbear pain, there is less and less conversion of pain into suffering. Pain becomes a suffering when it crosses my threshold of forbearance. And so, we pray to the Divine, what? That you are the one. Through my karmas, I attracted pain and dukkham. I am afflicted by my own karmas because this is the result I attracted in my multiple janmas, multiple births. But, I have now come to you. I surrender to you. I own up my mistakes. Please release me from this consequence. Consequence of my karma is the punishment. But be kind. Release me from this law which gives me the result of my own actions. Please release me. Give me a relief, because I am now doing a new action in submission to you, O Divine Being. May you have the power to help me break through this pain. And so, Janmaja Dukkha Vinashaka Lingam. You are all power that can do whatever you choose. And when I appeal to you as your child, you will definitely release me from this pain. Why? Because Tat Pranamami. Tat Lingam Pranamami. You are the bestower of Sadashiva, you are. You are an eternal bestower of auspiciousness. And therefore, bestow upon me. I have come to you. I have now understood my mistakes. Kindly release me from this pain is a deep, deep appeal from the bottom of the heart of this individual. It's a cry of the soul seeking for what? Blessings and protection. And so, Janmaja Dukkha Vinashaka Lingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shiva Lingam. Let us chant again together. Brahma Murari Surarchita Lingam Nirmala Bhasita Shobhita Lingam Janmaja Dukkha Vinashaka Lingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shiva Lingam Brahma Murari Surarchita Lingam Nirmala Bhasita Shobhita Lingam Janmaja Dukkha Vinashaka Lingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shiva Lingam Deva Muni Pravararchita Lingam Kamadaham Karunakara Lingam Deva Muni Pravararchita Lingam Kamadaham Karunakara Lingam Ravana Darpa Vinashana Lingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shiva Lingam Ravana Darpa Vinashana Lingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shiva Lingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shiva Lingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shiva Lingam Om Shanti Shanti Shanti